Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my second video for the mountain loot runs. So this one obviously is a bigger map and a lot more little sneaky spots to sit and snipe. So we'll start with section 5 and work our way across the map, showing you the best loot spots in this one as well. Where are we? We're up here. So just to start off, in that truck there, you will sometimes find a fire extinguisher in the back of it. It's not usually worth it to run down there just to check, unless you start on that side. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to go check it or not. You want to run down in here. This map you need a lot of keys because there's a lot of little spots. So back out through here, there's this here, which will sometimes spawn keys that you might need. And you want to check these tables, because you can sometimes find a crypto coin on these tables, but not super often. There's this computer down here, which sometimes will spawn a router and whatnot, but most often than not. Nothing really spawns of high tier loot in there. Come in here. Up on top of here, you'll sometimes find money. Nothing really spawns much in here. In this room, you need the conference room key. And you'll go in and into the room up in the side here. And you will find, there's a table in there. You'll find generally 2 rings or chains or Game Boy toys, and there's another bench in there, which you will also find 2 rings, coins, scalpels, what have you. In here, you'll sometimes find scalpels, sometimes a scalpel, mainly that. There's jacket, which will spawn things. In here, sometimes it'll spawn a fire extinguisher. Nothing really valuable in here, but sometimes you can find a Q-tip in there. And these areas is where you'll mainly find polyester and those kind of cloth crafting materials. And you want to scoot boogie up out here. And in this building in here is sometimes Raymond will spawn in here, kind of making it a difficult fight sometimes. And in this room, you'll use the Resort Village room key to be able to get in here, which can be pretty expensive, and it can cost you a pretty penny. So you'll walk directly into the room. This is Alpha Team. There will be a table up on the right, which will spawn a drone, scalpels, rings, watches, and other things like that. And once you're at the end of the table, you turn to the left, there will be a bedside table, which will sometimes spawn platinum rings beside the spray can. And there's a bathroom right at the front door here. On top of the toilet will often spawn a crypto coin, which I always find people forget about it or don't know it's there. So it's always good to check the toilet. And on the bathroom sink, you'll find watches, rings, katana blades, sculptures, a lot of good loot. So this is the key you always want to bring, because you always get so much loot from it. And then you want to run down this one. And on top of this table, this isn't normally here, but on top of this table you'll find a crypto coin or a graphics card some of the times. Sometimes on this one as well. So you want to run through here. And the other room up in this building is in here. Sometimes, so there's always armor, helmet, and plate armor, but it's usually shitty quality. Here you'll find a scalpel, and then there's this box, which is the traditional lockbox key, and you'll find the traditional material, power generator, extinguisher, scalpels, you know, everything. Coat, obviously, you know what coats are for. You run down into this room. On this table here, you will find coin, or you will find
God damn it, someone's meat's back on the menu,
rings
boys!
or chains, and that kind of thing. Nothing really much else up there. That's kind of that room. You run up in here, you'll mostly find crafting material all in there. Down there you have the golf course, and nothing really, no high tier loot spawns down there, or at least that I found or noticed. But there is crafting, a couple ammo boxes and stuff like that. Up here you have an ammo box, nothing really else special up here. And then you mainly want to run down here, down to the villa, which obviously most people know is the high tier loot center. Make sure you don't break your leg. There is a ammo box that spawns there, but not too much good loot that spawns in there, really. Just a normal lockbox. There is a coat that spawns up there. These will sometimes spawn money, as you can see, which can come in handy. Up on this table, you'll find scalpels, mainly scalpels and Game Boys. And you want to run up in here. This room takes the key card, which can run you pretty expensive. So you walk in, right to your right there's a table, and on top of the table you'll find glucose meters, scalpels, Game Boys, gold chains, gold rings. All the way forward to the other side there is a chair that sits in the corner. That's where the crypto coin will spawn. You can't really see it. It doesn't really, the sprite for it doesn't really, sometimes it gets stuck in the chair. You can't really see it with your eyes, so you always have to run up to it to check. To the left,
damn it, someone's on our tail.
To the left there's usually armor or strong plates, and you sometimes can find scalpels and whatnot down there. A good little hiding spot. They changed it now so you can like fully hide behind here. So sometimes it's a good idea to get up here and surprise people coming in. You want to jump down here. And here there's always a medical box, and here there'll be a scalpel, Game Boy, chains. There's also a chain or a gold ring that sits there. There'll be a coat and 2 lock boxes, which don't really spawn too much.
Bravo to HQ! Bravo to HQ!
And these guys, you always want to check their bodies, because more often than not, they'll spawn gasoline or
Meat's back on the menu, boys.
Internet routers and stuff like that. So it's usually good to check those out. flashbang. Whoa. You want to run in here, and on this here you'll find drones. You'll find a different loot here. There's always the lockbox here, which uses the green rectile key. And you run down over here, you'll find a drone, usually here. These computers, more often than not, will not spawn anything. I don't think I've really ever found anything.
Someone's on our tail. Kill him!
Here,
Hello, this
other
is
than
Alpha Team.
crafting.
We've got enemy visuals! Enemy visuals!
You run through here, you'll find drones, cameras, other high tier loot there. You run in through here. I'm sure most people are familiar with this area by now, but container there, usually for loot, or usually for armor and armor plates. You can find a watch, platinum ring, diamond ring, all that stuff on that. You want to run in here, check up on top of here for a crypto coin or a graphics card. Down here you'll find a watch sometimes, or a diamond ring. You can also find those there. You can also find those there. This is not here in normal match, but you'll find stuff there. And up over here you'll find crypto coins here, which is what only spawns there. This is not here. Sometimes up here you'll find money and what is here? Oh, stuff like that. One tip and trick. Sometimes, but not always, this can open. You can just shoot it open regularly. And obviously you can jump up here. It's not too smart because obviously you're surrounded by mountains. You could easily just get picked off by anyone. So that's the villa. There's not too many other high value areas that I've seen in there. Next you want to run up here.
Bravo to HQ! Bravo to HQ! Intruder spotted! Back up!
Up in here there will always be a food box there, but it doesn't always spawn food. In here you'll find scalpels, chains, Game Boys, all the normal stuff. Sometimes you'll find mods up around there. Nothing else really. The next spot we want to go to is the viewing platform. Oh, shit. I really should have brought in a stamina injector, adrenaline. I don't know where that other guy was shooting from. So the viewing platform's the other good spot you want to always check out. Come in here. There's usually one. You can find, different things like that. Computers, sometimes will spawn routers and whatnot, but more often than not. You want to run down here. This is the viewing platform key. And so you run in straight. To the left, there's a table there. Sometimes you'll find watches. You'll always find the tactical glasses chips. So if you need more chips unlocked for your glasses, always check in there. Right at the corner here, you'll sometimes find tier 5 helmets and plates, armor plates there. And so straight ahead, there's a shelving unit with 2 ammo boxes on it. You can find some good ammo there. But on the very, very top, sometimes we'll spawn a crypto coin. So you always want to check on top of that shelf in there just to make sure you got the crypto. On this chair, we'll spawn some scalpels or Game Boys. And not too much else in here. And obviously, always you want to check out what the airplane drops, because you can get some good loot from there. Now let's go check out what we got. Mommy? And the airdrops will give you M4s, SRs, DR10s, MC1s, or MP7s generally. Now let's get these little buggers. And so the next spot you want to run to is the Lakeside Camp. Jeez, I guess I'm out of shape. Ka-chunk. And so you have these secret supply stations. You cannot activate it as a solo player, so you need 2 teammates. So one stands here, and your teammate will stand here, and it'll activate it. It will give a lobby-wide notification, so people will know you're there using it. So up here, you'll find on here sometimes scalpels, rings, diamond, you know, things like that. This is usually under there, and again, same thing, lockbox you want to use. And you want to check all of these because this is where sometimes you'll get a Q-tip might spawn in here. This is where I found most of my Q-tips. And of course we have the corner store down here. Nothing really fancy will spawn in here, but you can get some crafting materials in there, some health boxes in there. One tip is people will often eat their food in your base. Like they'll just automatically eat it there. But the best thing for you to do is take the food into the match with you and eat it while you're playing, because while you eat it in the game, you gain experience points from it. So the more you eat in a match, the more XP you'll gain, and the XP you gain from that will make you recover from hunger and thirst faster than not. And this last place we want to go to is the military base, of course. Wow.
Kill him! I'm gonna.
So you want to run down here, obviously. So this one requires the bunker key, which is a pretty cheap one. And nothing, someone told me a crypto coin would spawn in here, but I have not been able to see one of those yet before in here. So you can find guns, armor, a lot of grenades, some ammo boxes, and stuff like that. So nothing too high tier in there, but you'll often find the B11 SAS. That's mainly the big good gun you'll find in there. What else? And again, that's pretty much it for this map. There's not really anything else I can think of in the in regards to high tier loot spawns. But I'll also come back and do another map on like tactics of where to go and kind of places to hide out and do shit. So I believe that is going to be the one for this map. And if you want to check out my other videos, I will also do a run through for all the other videos. And I also stream on Twitch. You can find me on Twitch at doc_plague_. And that's the channel I stream on. And I usually stream in the mornings around 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, I believe is the time zone. If that's not correct, if it helps at all, I live just outside of Toronto, Ontario, Canada, so that's the time zone that I spawn in, stream in. So if you need to check that out, check that out. Alright, stay tuned for the other maps. Thanks guys, be good.